Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Days of Our Lives edition. All right, y'all, you know how we do on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to give this one, I don't know, I'm going to give it a 8. It was solid. It was solid, y'all. I'm going to give it an 8. It might have been a 7.5. It might have been a 7. No, because of Jan, it was an 8. All right, guys, listen. Today is Wednesday, August the 3rd, 2022. And let's just jump right into it. We see Kristen and Rolf. He saved Stefan's body and everything, and he said even when he was in prison, the machines were still working. Listen, it's the soaps. Listen, I'm gonna keep it. So he says that everything worked out fine with that and all. And so now that Jake is, you know, has passed on, he's gonna take Jake's heart and put it in Stefan, and Stefan will be walking, talking, breathing, living again. Y'all, and I said, okay, and I'm not gonna hold you long on that because that's pretty much all that it was. And then we see Evan and Orpheus. They talk, and Evan lets Orpheus know that he's leaving. He's not staying. He wants to be closer to his, he has another child, so he wants to be closer to that child as well. So he's going to be with his sister in New Zealand, and he's just moving on. And I thought that was a good idea. I still think Evan is Evan is Evan, but I do think that's a good idea. And hopefully, and I was optimistic at the time that he would do things that are the best for the baby, even though the best for the baby would be like Sean. But he does have legal rights to this child because he is the biological father. So, all right. Then we see Gabby and Shin. So she on the phone telling her assistant, you get those papers filed. Like, what are you doing? Like, my 9-year-old could do this. But anyway, so they go ahead and push the paperwork through. But Lee hears her talking or whatever, and he was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, I was just talking about some report that had to be done. And he said, I signed that off on that last week. And she said, oh really? He said, now it's weird that Ava all of a sudden had married Jake on the day that he dies and everything, and you were around at the hospital, and now you're talking about you need the paperwork done yesterday and everything. And she said no. So anyways, then he starts talking about how Ava is manipulative, and it would be up to her to think about shares and stuff while Jake was dying. I said, now hold up, sir, my girl loves Jake. And then Gabby said, it was me. It was my whole idea. I'm the one who came up with it. And he loved it when it came from Gabby. I said, oh gosh. But he loved it when it came from Gabby. He said, I approve. Because, EJ was on your tail. And because she tells him that Kate was there, and she was giving her a fair warning that they had given up their shares to EJ. And he was coming for her job. Like, if he had got those Jake shares, it was over for her. And so that's why she did it, and she had to talk Ava into doing it. And he was like, so that's why Ava wants the position, an executive position, as well as a 6-figure salary. I said, well, I heard it yesterday, but I said, yes, Ava, if you're gonna put yourself out there on the line, you better make it worth it. So y'all approve. And so Shin said he'll help Gabby any way he can or whatever. And then they do it and all that. So let's move on. So then we see EJ talking to Gabby. Excuse me, Ava. And he does call the city, and they tell him, yeah, they were married. That we have the paperwork and everything. And she was like, now do you believe me? And he was like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I should have been more inviting. He was like, I know you're lost. Now Ava did get emotional thinking about Jake, and I thought it was real. I think that part of it was real. She might have been putting on a little bit more for EJ and everything, but she does get emotional when she thinks about Jake because she really did love Jake and everything. Now, right now, she's looking out for herself, but Jake already knew she was going to do that because he told her, in her visions or whatever, that you'll be fine. You're Ava, and you'll bounce. You're strong, and you'll bounce back on your feet. You'll find a way, and everything. And so she's just like, you're right. She was just like, you're right, I will. And so EJ then tells Ava, move in with me in the mayor mansion, your family. And she says, you didn't want Jake there. And he says, and I regret that, so let me make it up to his widow. And Ava eventually goes ahead and she does it. And she and EJ hug, y'all. And both of them don't trust each other. I said, this is funny. What's she gonna have? See, listen, this is why I'm thinking it's gonna happen. So Stefan is coming back because they put the heart in him. Gabby can't be with Stefan. Why? Because she has let Shin know that she was the one who put up Ava to doing this whole fake marriage shim and everything. So how you gonna leave Shin leave when he could tell. So how is she going to be able to leave him? So I mean, she's going to be with him either one out of obligation or two out of blackmail. That's what I feel is going to happen. So that's going to leave Stefan open to Ava or EJ open to Ava. Now, right now, EJ is saying he was playing chess with with himself. And he was telling Stefano, like you always say, keep family closer and pretenders close. Keep family close and pretenders closer. So I think either Ava is going to go with they're going to pair Ava with Stefan, or they're going to pair Ava with EJ, like the whole not trusting each other. They're going to grow closer. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But that's what I think is about to happen. Anyways, guys, that's it with all of them. So then we go over here to Sean and Belle, and he's like, Belle, what can you do? And she says, honestly, he was pardoned. And so all of that past criminal activity and everything, that doesn't stand in court because he was pardoned from all of it. And so because of that, Sean has no legal rights to the baby. And so then we see Evan show up, and he was like, give me Maddox, because he says he's changed his name to Maddox because he wants his son to have a fresh start. So it's Maddox Christian Fierce. And he says, I want him to have a fresh start and everything. So I want to change the name. And so they're changing the name. And so Sean says, this was crooked how you got a judge to sign off on this, and I know that it was no good how you got all of this done. And he said, it doesn't matter, I'm the biological father, give me my baby. And Bella's like, can't you be sensitive and give him time to say goodbye? Evan said no. I said, well, god dog. Yeah, you're not gonna even like transition the baby. And he said, and so Evan, Sean tells the baby goodbye, and Evan takes the baby and he's gone. And then Belle tells Sean, I'm so sorry this has happened to you. He said, no, you're not. You wanted this. You've been wanting this. You didn't want me to be with that baby. And she said, now, Sean, listen, can't stand Jan, but I didn't want this. And he was like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm angry at Evan. I'm angry at the government. He was angry at the whole situation, but most of all, he is angry with Jan. He was like, why would she make me fall in love with a baby that she knew wasn't mine? And he said, I know, because it was to go closer. But now look at her at the bottom of the water, ocean, sea, whatever he called it. And Bella's just like, well, you never know about Jan. And then, y'all, it is exactly right. You never know, because Evan is walking and he is about to take the baby on the boat. And here comes Jan. And she tells Evan, oh my gosh, my milk is coming. Oh my gosh, my baby. And she tells him she survived by just saying, when Belle knocked her off, but just saying, I'm not going to let her win. I'm not going to let her win. I'm going to hold on. So she's been living in a yacht for the past few weeks and everything healing up. And so she tells Evan, can I please hold the baby? My milk is coming and all that. So he lets her hold it. And then he says, give me the baby back. And she says, I don't think so. And she kicks him. And she tells the baby she learned how to kick to make someone unconscious. I said, wait a minute. If Evan is unconscious in the water, is he dead? Like, how? Because if you're unconscious, you can't fight. Like, he can't stop himself from drowning because he's unconscious, right? I said, girl, Orpheus gonna come for you if you killed his son. He gonna come for you. And anyway, she says she's gonna leave with the baby. She said, but Salem hasn't seen the last of Team Spears. I said, girl, please let it be. And y'all, that was Days of Our Lives today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for a new episode. Bye.